Week 3 comes with a little deja vu as we get ready for this Eastern Division matchup between the visiting Montreal Royal and Boston Glory. Craig Salvador here, joined by Cody Roy. Cody, it feels like we were just here.
Because, well, handlers just aren't activating. Excuse me, cutters aren't activating.
Yeah, Montreal kind of looked kind of uncomfortable out there. Here's a quick look, unleashing early. Floaty backhand, giving chases. Toby DeCrone into the end zone for the score. The deep shot to Toby. He gets himself the first goal of the day. It's to number 33, Toby DeCrone. Rousseau to Bernat, and switches it back. Bernat again. He's going to unleash a flick, wide open. Maybe not. 50-50 ball comes down with it as Raphael Lalonde into the end zone. Montreal takes the first break of the game, leading now 2-1. But not before the refs talk for a second. Now we're back in. He goes for the hammer, floating away. Picture perfect to Ponzio. Just cutting away from Babbitt the whole time. And Ponzio able to get the goal.
That is just...
Toby now at the 30. Works this one up to Stoughton now. Toby cutting sideline. He's still going. They're going to aim for him. Toby going to rise up and down and in and out. And Toby DeCrone gets himself another goal. What a play from Toby. Able to read that one the whole way.
Get a little out of here.
Here's Jeremy Hill with it. Boston doing a good job preventing forward progress. How's this for forward progress? Unleashing the flick huck that Brendan McCann says, get that out of here. And for good measure, he's got to track it down again. Credit him with 2 blocks on the one play. Back again about as far as possible. This one to Orion Cable, guarded by Ponzio. Cable going to unleash it. What strength by Orion Cable, looking for DeCrone. Toby DeCrone gets it. To Babbitt, unbelievable. The throw, the catch, the dish, the score. Boston back on top again by 4.
That is a connection that we will never get tired of seeing. DeCrone and Babbitt. And the other big had Ryan Cable in on that one.
Yeah, Ryan Cable just saying, whatever, I'm done with being in my own end zone. We're just going to unleash this. If you're Montreal now trying to get back into focus, after you have a play like that just happen to you, you just got to try to answer back here with a flick of your own. This one, beautiful find. This time to Quinton Bonneau. Now they're going to work it themselves. This one's Laborde. Now, just onto the sideline is Quinlan. Quinlan going to go to the far side. Picture perfect pretty. Right there to Jacob Duquette. Montreal gets it right back to within 3 with 3 minutes to go.
It's a good toe tap from Duquette. He's right in the back of the end zone there. Not a lot of real estate to work with.
This is a great throw from Quinlan. He has to hit this spot pretty much. Dinger thought about it. He works up the field. Here's DeCrone. DeCrone now going backhand. This one going chase to Babbitt. And he's going to have it easily. Massey not even going to try to test Babbitt on that one. DeCrone to Babbitt. We talked about this connection. The scary duo commences again.
Put a lot of work into it this year.
Ooh, Yuan with the tip, but it gets caught by Brissett.
Notably, he had those turnover issues last year. And that was just a great, very wide swing in the dribbling here.
Yeah, this is perfect movement from Montreal. Just a very quick score. Nothing Boston can do about that whatsoever. One stall or less, really, movement for Montreal.
But it never ends.
Yep. So that's one that'll not show up on the stat sheet, but it'll show up in the broadcast booth. We'll give them credit for it. Here's Tremblay Jonca going big backhand. We'll see who can come down with this one. Everyone fighting for it and rising up and coming down is Montreal. What a play. That was number 44. That is Quinton Bonneau.
What an athletic play all around, both teams right there.
It pretty easily. Very smooth from Carapella.
He does. That's something you don't see often from a cutter. Especially a very true cutter like him, as they're going to look deep here.
Yeah, Stoughton's rising this one up for Cable. And you see the wind track that one away from Cable, but the long arms of the big man able to haul it in.
Getting points on something like these are even more important for Boston.
Calvin Colbury just couldn't hang on to it. Boston now working quick. Here's a big backhand. This one going to float forever. Johnson, go! Johnson, yes! Able to come up with it and give it to Jeff Babbitt into the end zone. Tanner Johnson, go! Have yourself a night. He's telling him he's too small. Tanner, issue, but no, Johnson, go was able to come down with it with relative ease with him.
That was one of those situations that, if anything, he was going to get to the disc too quickly.
Montreal looking to answer, and they won't! Tipped away by Calvin Stoughton. Denial by the young man. He's got a far side look. He holds on to it. He'll go for the backhand. Clean block.
Marked by Turner Allen. Turner took away the swing.
They're going to go right for the end zone again. This one floating up and into the hands of Jeremy Hill. He'll run it in, and they'll say he was good for the score. Ponzio takes a tumble. He gets back up on his feet. This one, Babbitt lays it out! What a play by Jeff Babbitt, the back-to-back MVP. Davis taking his time, weighing his options. He needs someone to activate. It's Carapella. Now Babbitt looking a scooper. Babbitt starts it. Babbitt finishes it. It's bookends for Jeff Babbitt. What a play from Jeff Babbitt. What a sequence for the back-to-back MVP. They got one guy in the end zone right now.
They think they can work it up, and they're going to go for it.
Quinlan goes for the hammer to Tremblay-Jonca. It's tipped by Babbitt.
Who else?
Boston hangs on to Johnson goes, swings it over to Turner Allen. Turner Allen lost this one in no man's land, and somehow Ethan Fortin comes down with it and gives it to Yuan for the score. Yeah, Carapella looking for his options. He's going to dish this one to Dick. He's got Carapella behind him again. He goes the high riser for Jeff Babbitt, number 5 for the number 87. Jeff Babbitt gets himself another goal on the season. Boston now improving to 2-0. Montreal will drop to 0-3 on the season. They go home 0-2 on the road trip as Boston remains perfect against Montreal in the season series. They win this game 17-11. Another commanding victory against Montreal as Boston comes away with the victory.
They do. Next up for them is going to be New York. New York team facing a lot of question marks.